Hey guys, this is Nirpam from the Underwater Photography Guide and Bluewater Photo. So today we took DEMA away from DEMA and we're actually in the field diving with some Inon gear. So instead of doing a video at DEMA, I thought, well, why not just do it in the field since we're going to be diving with all this stuff anyway. So this is Takuya, and we're going to do just a quick overview of some of the cool new products that Inon has this year, and it seems pretty awesome. I've actually been diving with all of this for the last day, and I've been enjoying it all. Okay.
はい、こんにちは。皆さん、イノンから参りました。Hi everybody, this is Takuya from Inon Japan, and thank you very much for tuning in, and also appreciate the support of the review by Bluewater Photo and with Mr. Nirpam.
Alright, so let's get to it. This is just a quick overview. I'm going to have a full review on all of this stuff, which is going to be great. So to start, we've got the GoPro Hero 12. Now Inon makes a GoPro tray that works with all GoPros, as well as GoPro lenses. Now these are the best GoPro lenses on the market, and we've got some exciting new debuts coming to you this DEMA. So there's a wide-angle lens, of course. What is the field of view on this lens?
Field of view underwater is 140 degrees, and while the GoPro coverage on land is only on land is 150 degrees, but when we bring a GoPro camera underwater, it gets narrowed down to less than 100. But by attaching this, the 7-pixel conversion lens on it, the underwater coverage will increase nearly the same as the land coverage.
Yeah, so we're actually going to be diving with some wolf eels and octopus here, so we definitely need that 140-degree coverage. So that's awesome. And what I am actually most excited for is we've got, ooh, hopefully I didn't scratch that.
But, we're gonna charge.
So we've got a few macro lenses. So there's 2 prototypes and 1 original that is available on the market right now. I believe the one available on the market is the 165 Mark II. Yeah. That's correct. So the 165 Mark II is a great macro lens. When you're using it, you want to put your GoPro in a narrow field of view, and it gets pretty close to things. However, we've got 2 very exciting updates. We have a G100 and a G55. Now the number stands for, is it the minimum focusing distance or the maximum focusing distance?
The focal range of the lens itself.
Focal range. Okay, so it's the focal range of the lens itself, which means that the lower number is actually the higher power. So you can estimate that from the 165, we now have a macro lens that is double the power at 100, and then we have one that's double that power with the 55. Now, I was shooting the 55 last night. I was getting some video of anemones, of some small scalyhead sculpins, and I can tell you it's very close in, it's very macro, and I might even say super macro. So this is a really fun lens to shoot with the GoPro, and I believe there's even potentially in the future a product coming out that can actually show you the distance that you need to be from your subject to the lens. Oh, should I cut that out?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll leave it in. But it is coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. But even without that, I was able to look at the screen, and I really didn't have a problem like seeing what was going on. So, a great setup for the GoPro Hero 12. Let's move on to the next step, which if you don't want something small like a GoPro, there's compact cameras. This is the new Olympus TG7. I'm going to do a full review at this table afterwards. And what we have it set up on right now is an Inon tripod. We've got 2 S220 strobes, which are great for compact cameras. They might not be as powerful as you might need for wide-angle situations in really clear water with a full frame, but it works awesome with a compact camera. And you've got a viewfinder, right? Is that what it's called for the
kind of angle view assistant?
Angle viewfinder. So this is actually really cool. Now for those of you that are full frame shooters, you might recognize this, but this is basically the equivalent of a 45-degree viewfinder, but you can use it with the TG7 and TG6. So, and it's probably compatible with other compact cameras, is that correct?
Yeah, as long as the distance of this guide way, the identical to it's okay. And also we can use this angle viewfinder on our housing as well, DSLR housing.
Okay, yeah, so the fact that you can use this on the DSLR is actually really cool too. It's very simple, I've actually been using it, but it has mirrors that allow you to look down and see exactly what's on your LCD. So that's very nice for macro photography where you can put your head over the camera and get a good angle while not being all the way down to the bottom and scraping everything along the bottom. So that's been really fun to shoot. And as I said, I'll have a full review of the TG7, but we've got some cool Inon accessories that work really well with the camera, and putting it on a tripod, letting it roll and film is a really great option. So if you are into video and you do have a TG6 or TG7, I would definitely consider the Inon tripod. Right? Great, so moving on. This is probably what I'm most excited about. This is Inon's housing for the Canon R6 Mark II. Now, if you saw my video when I was in Japan, you probably saw that I had a video of the R5 housing. Well, this is a very similar housing as it's a very similar camera, and it has some really exciting features that really no other housing brands have, and I wanted to show that to you real quick. So the first feature is that you've got a zoom gear that allows you to zoom with a magnetic connection. So you have a magnetic ring around the lens, and then you've got just a normal ring around the camera, and it makes it feel that when you're zooming like it's actually on land. With the macro lens, you can actually move from your zoom gear to your focus gear, and then also to your SA control if you have the Canon RF100, and that allows you to really just operate the lens as you would above water. So that's really cool. Probably the most, my second favorite thing about this housing, actually probably my favorite thing about this housing, is you can have, there's a quick release mount that allows you to actually flip the housing from horizontal to vertical while you're shooting, so you don't have to change the positioning of your strobes. And Takuya, I'll let you demonstrate that now, since I haven't done that before, so let's take a look.
Let me click off.
And it's a little bit hard to do above water, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry too much.
Durability.
After we change from landscape to a portrait, we just fix the position by dialing with this rear dial. Then that's it. Underwater, it's much easier to change our camera orientation between the landscape and portrait because the housing total system is much lighter underwater.
And I can attest to the fact that this is a very light housing underwater. For anodized aluminum housings, this is actually probably one of the lightest housings I've used. I didn't need floats at all when I was shooting it, and that was pretty cool, I thought. The housing also comes with a built-in TTL flash trigger, and it also has a built-in vacuum system too. So you can vacuum it up, know that your seal is good, and know that you're good to go when you're getting in the water. Alright guys, well that's a good overview of Inon products this year at DEMA, or not at DEMA. And thank you Takuya for everything. I'm excited to get back in the water, and that's what we're gonna do.
Bye bye!
See you guys!